NAEP stands for the National Assessment of Educational Progress, also known as the nation's report card. Every 2 years, the federal government tests 4th and 8th graders in math and reading in all 50 states and 26 large school systems, including Baltimore City. In late January, NAEP released the 2024 results, which show Baltimore, of the 26 large districts tested, remained one of the lowest performing in the country, despite being one of the highest funded. Baltimore scores near the bottom in every category tested.
You knew the scores weren't going to go up great because you didn't do a lot of great things before then.
Gerard Robinson is a professor at the University of Virginia and that state's former Secretary of Education.
If anyone tells you money doesn't matter, they're lying. Money matters, but what matters most is where you invest money.
According to the 2024 U.S. Census, Baltimore City spends more than $18,000 tax dollars per student, the 13th most among the nation's 100 largest school systems.
You're one of the most well-financed school systems per capita in the country. But well-financed doesn't mean well-resourced.
Census data show much of the money going to Baltimore schools is not making it to the classroom. City Schools has the 5th highest administrative cost per student among the nation's largest districts. Detroit and Milwaukee are two of the school systems that consistently performed worse than Baltimore, and they too spend a lot of money. Detroit spends more than $21,000 tax dollars per student. Milwaukee spends nearly $18,000. And like Baltimore, Detroit and Milwaukee also rank in the top 25 nationally for administrative costs per student. As we further study the NAEP scores, we can see many of the school systems that outperform Baltimore spend far fewer tax dollars per student. Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Austin, Texas are similar in size to Baltimore, with around 75,000 students. They spend significantly less per pupil, and they outperform Baltimore in every NAEP category. Miami, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Orange County, Florida are 3 of the nation's top overall performing districts. According to the census, all 3 spend much less per student than Baltimore for significantly better results.
We often don't think about high-performing, lower resource schools. They've got to be doing something.
Miami, Charlotte, and Orange County are far down the list in the bottom third when it comes to administrative cost per student, according to the census, meaning a higher percentage of the tax dollars those districts receive make it to the classroom.
This isn't a money problem. It's not a knowledge problem. Here it comes. It's a political will problem. And do we have the political will to ask questions about bureaucracy versus innovation? Do we have the political will to talk about resources versus per pupil funding? And frankly, let's also talk about race. Do the lives of the Baltimore kids truly matter?
I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore. I'm Chris Pabst. Thanks for watching. Here's another story to watch. Also, if you have a story idea, please send us a message.